Good morning, everybody. Now we are going to discuss research question, research purpose, research significance, research novelty, and how to collect the data or data collection procedure, data analysis, and interpretation procedure. Okay, now we look at this one. This is the article that is taken from Computers in Human Behavior Journal, and it was published 2016. The title is Mobile Assisted Language Assessment, Assessing Speaking. The authors are Samanet Tarigat, Samanet Kodabaks. They are from Islamic Azad University, Tehran, North Branch, Iran. And we will analyze. The first one is the research question. The second one is the research purpose, the significance of the research, the novelty, and then how to collect the data and analyze the data. So sometimes in research journal article, they don't state clearly or explicitly the research question. So we need to analyze deeply. Okay, now look at this article. From the article, we can see the research question implicitly from the purpose of the study. And my suggestion, you need to read the whole of the article so it can give you insight to identify all of those components. Okay, now look at this one. Now we look at from the first sentence. And then look at second. I can share to you because I already read the whole of the article. And then you also need to read the whole articles. The research question, we can find two. The first one is, how is the student speaking skill through the mobile assisted language assessment? In this term, the mobile assisted language assessment use the electronic portfolios and WhatsApp on student smart mobile phones. And the second of the research question, how is the learner's attitude to the mobile assisted language assessment? So we can find to the research question. And from those research questions, we can know what are the purposes of the research question. Because of the research question 2, so the purpose also 2. So the first one is to investigate the feasibility of mobile assisted language assessment. And the second one is to explore or to investigate the learner's attitude. We already analyzed the research question, the research purpose. How about the novelty? Now we can go to the next session. The next session is the introduction. Okay, in introduction, we will know the rationale or the reason the researchers conduct the research. We can see from this statement, although MAL in this context is mobile assisted language learning. Although MAL has been widely used in language teaching or learning fields, its use in language assessment has not been considered as widely. So this is the problem of the research. So because the language assessment has not used MAL, so this research want to investigate how to use MAL to assess student speaking skill. So we will know the research novelty from this context. The language assessment used in this context is dynamic assessment. What kind of dynamic assessment used in this context? In abstract, we already know the dynamic assessment used is electronic portfolio. Okay. MAL is mobile assisted language learning, and MALA is mobile assisted language assessment. So because of the use of mobile assisted language learning has not been used for assessment, so this research fill that gap. So we can call this one also as novelty. Okay, the novelty we already find in the introduction, and then we find or we identify the research significance. The research significance we can find at the end of this part. From this context, we can find the research significance in conclusion part at the end. Okay, we can find here. Okay, so MALA is mobile assisted language assessment. Assessment used is electronic portfolio that employ WhatsApp as the medium. So MALA is employed alongside other forms of assessment. So we can use MALA to assess students' speaking skill in this context. And then the other significance of the research is to boost the learner's ZPD. ZPD is zone proximal development. And then MALA can be applicable in teaching and learning fields, especially for language teaching. So from this context, that's the research significance. Okay. After we identify the research significance, we go to the research methodology. What kind of approach employ for the research? This research employ the qualitative research approach. Okay, and then how is the data collection? The data collection we can find here. Okay, this is how to collect the data. In this research, the researchers use the WhatsApp mobile application, and then in WhatsApp, the students should share the text, their voice recording, and files. So this is one of the data collection instrument. The file, the data, the voice from the WhatsApp. And the other instrument is interview protocol. Okay, back here, the data from the WhatsApp is used to investigate the student speaking skill, and then the interview protocol is used to investigate the student attitude to MALA. The interview use the open-ended questions. And then before we go to data collection, I'd like To inform you, the participant of this study is 17 female adult advanced learner of English. They are native speaker of Persian. And then they join 17 until 20 terms of general English instruction. They are 19 to 48 years old from different social backgrounds, such as students, doctors, nurses, artists, engineers, housewives, and entire clerks. So how about the research procedures or the steps? So each section, one participant volunteered to record their voice in the WhatsApp. After that, the other students must give comment. They comment concerns on the grammar, vocabulary, pronunciation, and overall performance. So the teacher gives score by referring to the rubrics that already designed, but in this article, didn't explain the rubrics. They just tell about the score, not acceptable, acceptable, and good. And then at the end of the course, the participant had posted at least 2 recordings and then commented 14 other recordings. And then read all the comment and read the whole comments. The data are used to investigate the student speaking skill. And then the other instrument, the interview protocol, is used to investigate the student's perception. The researchers adopted Padani, Sanapi, and Tarigat questionnaires consist of 7 questions. Did you participate the speaking tasks, and what do you like about this method? What do you dislike, and what do you think of this method? What are the advantages and the drawbacks of this method, and would you like to try this method again? This question to capture students' perception. I think that's all from me. See you again next week. Bye.